Welcome back. Today I'm here to discuss my end of year TBR. I feel like I just made a fall TBR recently, but I have made my way through a lot of those books already. So I wanted to look at my year as a whole and kind of see where I have some holes in what I'd like to be reading, whether that be genre or just things that I've said I was going to read that I haven't read yet. I also wanted to share that I plan on doing Bookmas this year. Bookmas being similar to Vlogmas, but basically I plan on posting a video every other day in December leading up to Christmas. It's just posting a lot of videos, so mainly focusing on holiday themed things, end of year type videos. I have ideas for most of them so far, so I want to do some sit down recommendation videos, discussions about books, but also some vlogs, especially including like holiday activities I thought would be fun and holiday books. So if you have any videos that you would like to see or recommendations for videos that I should make for Bookmas, please let me know in the comments. I definitely have a couple more spots to fill in. So a lot of these books you will see getting read during my Bookmas reading vlogs. But diving into the list, I do have a hefty amount of books that I want to read. For the past week or so, I've read a couple of books really quickly, and suddenly that makes me think I can just read quickly for the rest of the year. So we'll see how it actually goes, but I'm gonna save the books that I've mentioned a time or two before on a TBR till the end. I'm gonna tell you the newer books to the list first. So first up is Blacktop Wasteland by S.A. Cosby. I read All the Sinners Bleed by S.A. Cosby, I think it was last year, or no, it was the year before. Absolutely loved it. It's one of my favorite thrillers that I've ever read. And I also read King of Ashes by that author this year. That was his newest release. And I feel like he has a few books out. He's kind of at the beginning of his career, although he's like super successful already. And I want to catch up on his backlist. So I thought Blacktop Wasteland would be a good one to pick up. This book specifically is getting kind of a sequel. That's what S.A. Cosby's working on now. I was watching a live show where he like kind of announced that, but I don't think it's official quite yet. But anyways, this book follows a man nicknamed Bug, and he is a getaway driver in Mississippi. I think he's kind of put his life back on track. However, he's a little down on his luck, and he is asked to join in a jewelry heist and be the getaway driver. And I think he gets into some trouble from there. So I love S.A. Cosby's writing. I really want to see where he started. I think I have this one, My Darkest Prayer, and Razorblade Tears that I haven't read yet. So really looking forward to picking this one up. Next, I have Mrs. Quinn's Rise to Fame by Olivia Ford. This book, a couple of years ago, I used to travel a lot for work, and I was in some random small town browsing a bookstore, and I saw this book when it just came out, and I had never heard of it before. It was one of those rare books where like you see a book randomly in the wild that you've never heard of and you're interested in reading it. I didn't pick it up at the time. I picked it up later because it was full price. But now I've had this book for a while, and I remember my sister had started it and put it down because she said it was set at Christmas time. I don't know if the full thing's set at Christmas time, but at least the beginning part takes place during December. So I've been saving it because I love to read books seasonally, and I don't want to miss this season again. So I want to pick this one up this December. This book follows a woman who is 77 years old, Jenny Quinn, and she is kind of at the end of her life. Her marriage has gotten a little bit boring. Her life's a little bit boring. Her husband is ready to just settle down and, be done. And she's not. She has a little spark for adventure still, and she doesn't want to just fade into oblivion. So instead, she loves a show that's like similar to Great British Bake Off, and she applies to enter. She loves baking, and she has a rise to fame from there. So it sounds so much fun to follow an older woman going on this adventure, getting this new like lease on life, and getting a little fame from her baking. And then just a little twist in it that she has a secret that she's been keeping during her marriage for the whole like 60 years they've been married. So I think it's probably mainly like the competition, like a heartfelt story, but that little mystery idea in it obviously is going to keep me going because I love things like that. So really looking forward to picking this one up. And then next I have a couple of genres I want to read. So I don't know if I've read any nonfiction this year. Whoops. I would really like to. I really like nonfiction. One of my favorite authors has a new book out. I have a lot of options to choose from. I'm not going to choose what book that is now, but even if I pick up like a tiny 100-page nonfiction book, I just want to pick up something nonfiction before the year's over. So that's on my list. And then another on the list that's kind of just genre is I want to pick up a sci-fi book. At the beginning of the year, I read a handful of sci-fi things and gave them 5 stars. I haven't been loving books as much the later half of the year. Well, I've been enjoying reading, but not giving out a lot of 5 stars. And I was just looking back at the beginning of the year, like February through April, and I gave out a lot of 5 stars to sci-fi books. So I want to pick up another one. I'm thinking like sci-fi fun, adventure type thing. I don't know exactly what book that's gonna be, but I just want to read a fun sci-fi. I love like a sci-fi thriller, a sci-fi adventure, something like that. So that is on the list. I'll let you know when I decide what book that actually is gonna be. And then during my Bookmas reading vlogs in particular, I just love the holidays so much. I less love holiday books, like especially those that are marketed as holiday. I've had a lot of duds and I want to find some good ones. So somehow I have a bunch of holiday type books on my TBR. Not sure exactly which ones of these I'll get to, but just know some of these are gonna get read. I have some romance, I have some mysteries, I have some horror. So I'll definitely be reading some of these at some point. Even though I've never rated a holiday themed book 5 stars, I just love reading them sometimes. I just love reading people that are in the holiday spirit while I myself am in the holiday spirit. Even if it's like a murder at Christmas, still fun. If it's snowy, if there's a Christmas tree up, I'm gonna have a good time. And now let me tell you some books that I've mentioned before. So for some reason, I love to make a TBR video. And although sometimes I read a good percentage of them, I rarely read all of them, which is something I'm working on. But there are some books that I've mentioned that I just feel like I can't finish the year without reading them. So first is And Then There Were None. This is one that I've wanted to read all year. Well, actually for multiple years, but as someone who loves mystery thrillers, I just really want to pick this one up. I feel like my interest was kind of sidetracked by Everyone in This Family Has Killed Someone, I think it's called, because he spoiled it. He spoiled it a little bit. And I think it'll still be fantastic, and I want to read it now just because I want to get over the fact that I was spoiled, but that definitely deterred me a little bit. So I am going to pick this one up though. And then Tender is the Flesh by Augustina Bastarrica. Another one that I'm just sick of the fact that I haven't read. Like, I feel like everyone's read this. I like horror books. This is just like one of those pop culture. Everyone has read it if they like horror. And I just want to not get it over with because I feel like I'm going to like it. But it's small. I feel like I can read it quickly. And I just want to know what everyone is so into. So definitely gonna be picking this one up. And then a book I've said I was gonna read about 50 times, Guards by Terry Pratchett. I've read one Terry Pratchett book, but this is like a more recommended entryway into Terry Pratchett's Discworld. Discworld has so many books. Terry Pratchett has so many books. He has so many die-hard fans that getting into his books can be, I don't know, it feels a little daunting. Like I'm like, God, I just hope that I like it. So what way to avoid finding out I don't like it is just to not read it. But I am gonna read it. I'm sick of saying I'm gonna read it. I have this beautiful copy and I feel like it's gonna be good. It's not even that long. It's less, oh no, it's like 350 pages. But just get it over with. Again, I want to read it, but also I just want to have read it to know, am I gonna like Terry Pratchett? This may open up a whole world for me. I may be obsessed. I may read 10 more books in the series after this one. I'll just never know until I get it done. So, planning on getting this one done soon. And then one of the hottest fantasy series right now is The Will of the Many by James Islington. The sequel to this just came out, The Strength of the Few, like a week ago. And I haven't picked up the first one yet. So many people love it. So many people who don't even read fantasy love it. It's a big one, but people say it's a fast read. It is a high fantasy, which I have not been reading, but I'm really interested and I really want to read it. And I feel like part of this is the size that's intimidating me, but I have a lot of shorter things that I'll be reading for the rest of the year. So I think I can read one big boy, one big book before the year is over. I can do it. So that's my plan. Otherwise, I would love to know what you all are reading for the end of the year. Do you read seasonally or do you just pick up whatever you normally would read anyways? I'd love to know. Also, again, please give me Bookmas video ideas if you have any. And also, I'm still open to reading recommendations, especially if you have like a wintry book or a Christmas or holiday themed book that you love. I would love to find a 5-star holiday read. So that is all for this video. I hope your reading is going well and I hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you again with another one soon. Bye.